and welcome to Homeschool-ology. It's back to school week, y'all. This week is a collaboration with Ashley from Dash of Home. All week long, we're going to be sharing all different aspects of a back to school with you guys. And today's video is our shopping hauls or school supply videos. And so that is what I'm going to be sharing with you today. If you're new here, welcome. I'm glad you're here. My name is Nikki. I'm a homeschooling mom of 4. I've got a middle schooler all the way down to a preschooler. And on this channel, I share secular homeschooling, motherhood, family travel, and everything in between. Before we go any further, don't forget to head on down and hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up so you are able to see the rest of the videos that are coming out all week long. There will be a video every day this week about our back to school process, so make sure you have hit that notification bell so you know when those come out. And without further ado, let's jump on into the video. So like I said, today's video is going to be shopping hauls, like supply shopping hauls. I actually just reorganized all my homeschool stuff, and in the process of that, I had a video recently that shared a room tour, and I talked about how I had lots of spaces for homeschooling, and I kind of consolidated them into one space for homeschooling. And in the process of doing that, we discovered that we had a lot of stuff, stuff that had been bought multiple times, and so we have plenty of. So my back to school shopping this year really wasn't that big, but I will show you what I picked up, and then I'm also going to share with you like my must-haves, the things that I think you absolutely must have for homeschooling. So for things that I actually bought, there were a lot of books that I've been buying for our new curriculum, and so that has been like the biggest part of my budget as far as back to school shopping. But I have also made a few trips to Target here recently to pick up some things, and so I'm going to share those things with you. I picked up these reusable sticker books for my younger 2 kiddos, and it's got a bunch of reusable, repositionable stickers in it, and then it's got pages where you can like match the letters and do some counting, and then there's a page in the back for, there's also shapes, and then there's a page in the back for more shapes and things like that. So there's the page that I was looking for. There's a page for them to just kind of like have fun and design some things. So I picked these up for surprise bags. I have a video on that here for when we were traveling. Part of why I went ahead and picked them up is because I knew that they would be really helpful, kind of like busy book things for my younger 2 for the upcoming school year, because they are going to be joining us this year for the first time homeschool. I also picked up some little workbooks. These we don't use a ton of like these little workbooks in our homeschool, but when the kiddos are little, they're really helpful to have something that they feel like they're like big sisters or their older siblings. They have a book that they can get out, that they can work in, like when their bigger siblings are doing that. So those I picked up. They're just for fun, for them to get used to things. So I picked those up. We also picked up more of our little clear sleeves here. If you don't know what these are, you take a piece of paper, like we use it for our math worksheets mostly, but you put the sheet of paper in here, and then you can write on this with either dry erase or wet erase markers, and then you are not having to use up the worksheet. You can reuse the worksheet later. We picked up a few more of these. I have a package that I got on Amazon a few years ago, and it's still going strong, but these were some fun colors that my kiddos liked. So we picked up a couple of those when we were at Target from the dollar section. I also picked up these notebooks for me. I actually haven't even pulled it out of the packaging yet, but they were just so fun. We're going to be doing astronomy next year, and so it's just a regular college rolled notebook. And then there was a chemistry one, and if you have been around at all, you know that I used to teach chemistry, and I'm a big chemistry geek, so I was really excited to find those notebooks. don't really know what I'm going to use them for. They're for me. So, but I picked them up because I loved them. And then, of course, we picked up our new planners for the year. So I have been using a Target planner now for like maybe like 2 years. We used to do the Erin Cochran, we used to do the plum paper, we used to do a whole bunch of them, and really we ended up liking the best is the ones from Target, and they're cheaper and more easily accessible, and so now I just get the Target ones. I prefer to have a week layout that, first of all, it has to have lines. That is like, I have terrible handwriting, so it has to have lines. And I prefer to have a layout that's like 2 sections, because I use one section for one kiddo and one section for the other kiddo, is how I've been doing it in the past. Because my oldest daughter is going to be keeping her own planner this year, which I'll show you inside in just a minute. Now I'll be using it for my middle daughter, and then my younger 2 are going to be doing school together. So that's what I'll write in here. I keep these planners, one, just to kind of see how we've progressed over the year, but 2, because we live in the state of Florida, we have to have a portfolio review each year, and this is just an easy way for me to show my reviewer what we did over the course of our learning for the year. So that is why I keep a planner. I do reverse planning, so I write down what we did rather than what we're going to do, and I'll share more about that later. I think I've shared about it before. So my daughter's one is the similar layout, except she's got her colorful design, but she has 2 boxes too, and she's going to start filling this in on her own now. And so I picked up the planners, and I picked up these bins, also from the dollar spot. I think they were, $3 from Target. I picked up a couple of these because my kiddos love doing projects like all the time. Like, they've been making these little paper beads, and what would happen is we would have a project that was started, and then it would just be left all over the table, and it was just not a good process. So what I decided to do was get these little bins here, and now when they have a project that they're working on, they can put all their pieces, like you can see it has their beads that they were working on, and their paper that was shredded, and the Mod Podge and all the things they need for that project can just be kept in here, and then I can just move this to a shelf so that our table space is still free, and their project stuff is still accessible to them. They didn't have to clean it all up. It's all still right here. So I picked up 4 of those bins as well from the dollar spot. And I think that's pretty much it that we've picked up as far as shopping haul this year for homeschool, because if you can see behind me, and we're missing 2 caddies here, because I'm going to show them to you in a minute, but we have plenty of office supplies. So I didn't need to pick up really much of that stuff. We have plenty of notebooks I try to go after back to school and buy things like notebooks and things like that when they're, last year I picked up the composition notebooks for literally 5 cents a piece. So I try to pick them up then when we are going to save a ton of money. So that is all we really have for our back to school haul. But now I'm going to talk to you about the things that we absolutely love in our homeschool, things that we absolutely would not homeschool without. So one of the things is these sleeves worksheet protector things. We absolutely love these. We would not homeschool without these. I will share the Amazon pack that I got before in the description below, but those are a lifesaver for so many reasons. Not having to use up a worksheet so it can be reused, not giving a piece of paper to a kiddo to draw on when they want to draw with markers, and it's not going to end up all over the place, that kind of stuff. We just love those. So that is one of our big must-haves. Another one of our big must-haves are plastic magazine organizers. So I got these at Staples, and I got really wide ones. That's why I got them from Staples, because they had these really wide ones, which I don't think they're making anymore. They were on clearance when I bought them, and they're not on the website anymore. And these ones are sold out right now. So I'm gonna share the link for you anyways, but so maybe if they come back in stock, you'll be able to get them. But anything that's really nice, hard plastic, okay? The paper ones are going to fall apart on you. Don't get the paper ones. You really want to make sure you're spending the few extra bucks and get the nice hard plastic ones, and they're going to last for years to come. So, and then I just put a label on one for each of my kiddos, and they can take this and go anywhere they want to go in the house. So that's why I love the magazine organizers to hold curriculum and things like that. Another one is our pencil caddies. So this one I got at Office Depot, but my mom got another one from somewhere else that was very similar to it. But it's got divided sections, so you can divide out all your things. The reason I love pencil caddies is because my kiddos can just grab a caddy off the shelf and take it wherever they're gonna go. Everything still stays contained, and then they can just pick it up and put it right back on the shelf. It has really been a game changer for us to have these pencil caddies with everything in it. They take it, they use it, they put it back where it goes. Everything stays in the same spot. Nothing gets lost. And then this caddy I got from, my husband bejeweled with some stickers, but this one I got from Target from the dollar spot. It's also $3. And this one is the one that is like our everyday caddy. It's the one that has like our everyday school supplies in it. So some of the things in here that are must-haves for us are wet erase and dry erase markers. So wet erase, do yourself a favor, get a good quality wet erase marker. These are Expo brand. We also love the Vis-a-Vis brand. These are so useful. We use them all the time. You can use them to write on these little sleeve things. You can use them to write on something that has been laminated. I don't know if you know, but like if you use a dry erase marker on that, it's for some reason so hard to get off of the laminated sheets. But these wet erase just come right off. So you are going to love these. Trust me, you need to get some of these. They are a little pricey, but they are worth it, I promise. And they last for a really long time. And then for the dry erase, we really love the ultra fine, especially when we're doing worksheets in one of these. It's nice to have the really nice fine tip so that the writing can be a lot smaller than with, you know, like a regular dry erase marker. So we love ultra fine Expo dry erase markers. That word escaped my brain. And then last but not least, or actually the most favorite of my children, I asked them what their must-haves were, and this was what they said. These are the Friction brand markers and highlighters. They are erasable markers. My kiddos, they love these. So they don't use the pens as much. We have a couple, but they don't love those. They love the markers more so. And these are completely erasable. So they can still have fun colors and do fun things when they're doing their work, but if they make a mistake, they are able to erase it and do it over. So I highly recommend these. We love these. We've been using them for years. And they are literally one of our most favorite homeschool supplies. The only thing is, any work that you do, don't let it get super hot because the ink will erase. It's erasable because of like the heat from the friction when you're erasing it, hence the friction name. So if the notebook gets too hot, you might lose all of your writing. I have read that you can put it in the freezer and kind of like reverse that process, and sometimes it'll come back. I haven't ever had to try that, but just keep that in mind. These will erase with heat. So
let's try it.
Huh? You gotta try it?
Yeah, let's try it.
Okay, well you can you'll have to color on a piece of paper and put it outside so it can get hot, and then we'll put it in the freezer and try it out. Apparently we're gonna try it out. And I can't believe I forgot to mention one of our absolute homeschool favorites are these Papermate pencils. They are the Clear Point. I'll link them down below. But they are mechanical pencils, so there's that. But watch. the eraser gets bigger. So as you use it up, it's like a really long eraser, and as you use it up, you just twist it up and you have more eraser there. And these are just so awesome. Like, we use them everywhere. We have them all over the house now. They never run out of eraser, which was our biggest complaint with mechanical pencils, and they're just awesome. They write well, and they, you know, hold well, like they don't go back in a lot. So definitely you need to pick up some of these Papermate mechanical pencils. They are a big hit around here. And of course, the very last thing on my must-have homeschool shopping list is that bad boy right there. That is the Epson Incotank printer. Let me tell you, if you don't have it, you need it. It is my absolute favorite thing in this entire homeschool room. I never run out of ink anymore. It has been going strong for almost 3 years now. I just filled up the ink tanks literally for the first time, and we love it. Especially if you are going to do buying a lot of PDF curriculum, you need him. You need him. So just trust me on this and go get the Epson Incotank printer. So I think that is all I have for you guys today. Those are the things that we picked up already and the must-haves that we feel like we absolutely need to do to have a successful homeschool. So don't forget to head on down to the description and check out the playlist with all the other moms that are sharing their back to school week with you with this collaboration. Our wonderful host again is Ashley at Dash of Home. Make sure you go down and check out her channel. She has some really great content for you guys, and that is all I have for you guys today. So I hope you will come back and chat with me. Like I said, there will be a video every day this week. We will be sharing something about back to school every day this week. So make sure you are checking back, and let me know down in the comments, what are you doing to prep for your new school year? I'd love to hear about any of your must-haves for homeschooling or any of the things that you're going to be working on. And that is all I have for you guys today. So I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye. And then, of course, the very last thing is that bad boy right